Today's adventure starts at Watson Lake in the Yukon. After a dangerous night of flying through the mountains, Mike and I decide that our best option is to spend the night in the floor of the old military base. But neither one of us would have ever guessed what was to wake us up that next morning. After a cold night of sleeping on the floor, we were awoken by this bat that's flying around in here. It's crazy. If you had one recommendation for a couple pilots staying overnight here, what would it be?
Well, hoping that we were the only pilots here so we could have the pilot lounge.
Yeah,
instead of sleeping on the floor using our bags for pillows.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right, so we've got some weather going into Whitehorse, and so we're a little bit concerned about the terrain clearance getting into there and icy conditions and a bunch of other stuff. So we've kind of come up with a plan, a big change of plans. We're going to fly from here down to Juneau because the weather is considerably better down in Juneau. It's completely VFR, the clouds are way up there, and we shouldn't have to worry about anything. And then from there, we could probably make it to Valdez, but it's just over 4 hours, and so it's not worth the risk. So we're going to land here at Yakutat, however you say that. We're going to get fuel there at $11 a gallon. We're going to head up to Valdez from there. And then we may be staying the night there depending on how late we get there, because I am not taking off in the dark with what we're looking at here. And then tomorrow morning when we get up, unless it just happens to be super early when we get in, if we take off from Valdez, it's showing to Galcana roughly 42 minutes, and then another hour over to Palmer. So even if we were to skip over Galcana and fly directly over there, we're looking at less than 2 hours total. So I think this is going to be a good plan, and we can always land there, worst case scenario, at Galcana. All right, so we came out this morning, and it's 12 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 11 Celsius, and we just could not get the plane started. What did we crank for? 20 minutes?
On and off, I believe.
Yeah, so right now we've got the plane plugged in, and hopefully it'll be warm enough to where we can get this thing started and get on our way. That way we don't end up showing up to Palmer after dark as well. I would rather not fly anymore at night on this trip, just because I'm not super familiar with this area, and after last night that was kind of a lesson learned. So hopefully we can get this thing started in the next few minutes. As we wait for the plane to warm up a little bit, we take one last look at the weather, and then we file the paperwork to cross back over to the United States border. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if this thing starts up. Oh, thank goodness we got this thing going. What time to go now? Whitehorse Radio, Skyhawk 314 at X-Ray.
Fiber 3148 X-Ray, Whitehorse Radio. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. We'd like to open up our flight plan to Juneau, Alaska, Papa Alpha Juliet November, if able.
And 48 X-Ray, roger. Your VFR flight plan is now open. I'll get you the Juneau altimeter en route for you en route there at 1753. The Juneau altimeter was 3038.
3038, thank you, and appreciate the help.
You don't get the weather before you take off?
They don't have it, do they?
He'll give us an altitude.
Yeah,
no, they don't.
That's what I'm doing right here. Watson Lake Radio, Skyhawk 3148 X-Ray. Taxiing from the parking over to 27, Watson Lake Radio.
All right, X-ray. Roger, wind 2308, altimeter 3027, over to the
Okay, we got the winds and weather. All right, everything's looking good. How you feeling?
Well, at least we can see out now. Yeah. Just see what's ahead of us.
If you don't mind, let me get the takeoff.
Oh, I don't mind. No, that's fine.
Okay, I've got the controls.
You got the controls.
I've got the controls. As you can probably tell here, we've got some ceilings. So what we're going to try to do is pop above those clouds. That way we don't have to worry about any terrain. We can just fly above the clouds the whole time until we get to Juneau. Because if we didn't do that, we'd have to fly through some lower clouds, through the mountains, and that's just not something I'm interested in. All right, where are we at here? We've opened up our flight plan. Seatbelts on. You've already done the run-up.
Yes.
Lights coming on.
Yeah, right down to it there.
Okay, good. All right, we're on with Watson Lake Radio, and Whitehorse Radio is going to give us the stuff.
Okay.
They're on COM 1, but we're talking on COM 2 right now.
Okay, gotcha.
And we'll circle back and pop through those clouds.
Watson Lake Radio, Skyhawk 314 at X-ray, taking 27 for west departure. We're going to be circling back over the field to climb out initially for Watson Lake Radio. Finals clear.
Okay, finals clear.
Roger. Checklist is complete, ready for takeoff. Alright. Power set. Power checks. Airspeed's coming alive. Say again for 314 X-ray, payment broken there.
Check you Alpha 1834.
That checks with us, thanks, and I appreciate you guys' help on this trip. So what we've got here is a really thin scud layer, and we're taking off VFR, and I want to get through these clouds. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn around, and we're going to climb out over the field to get through these clouds, and we're going to get up on top of them. And this isn't normally what you'd want to do, but we know for 100% fact that the weather's good where we're going, so I felt like this was the safest option in this situation. Clouds are 6,000.
Yeah, tops. Yeah.
That's really pretty here. Glad we couldn't see this last night. You know, looking ahead of us right now, it really doesn't look too bad.
No, it doesn't.
But I was genuinely concerned last night.
We're getting back down to about 5 or 10.
It's going to be colder for a while.
Well, we get up there and get it if we got some sun on top.
I'm actually thinking that this we might get into a little bit warmer temperatures up above these clouds. I think there might be a little bit of an inversion up there, but we'll see, I guess. I'm getting a little slow on correcting here. All right, we'll make a turn out. Yeah, there's the Alcan right there.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
So where are you going to try to pop through at?
Well, there's a pretty big hole this way. And Watson Lake, Skyhawk 314 at X-ray, we're at 4,000, climbing at 8,500. Turning back towards the fields to climb above these clouds.
X-ray, roger.
Landing lights were interfering with our...
Oh, is that what that was, sir?
Yeah, I guess so.
Huh. Interesting.
I don't know why that would be.
Now comes kind of the fun part of climbing through this hole in the clouds and also maintaining our cloud clearances. And I am an instrument-rated pilot, so I could pick up a clearance if we need that. But from my experience, flying VFR gives you a lot more flexibility because the radios aren't always the best when you're flying through terrain.
This hole was quite a bit farther over here than it looked, didn't it?
Yes, it is.
There's nothing above us, though, so these ceilings are significantly better than higher than what they were calling, too. I think they were calling like 5,500 on the METAR, and then he said that they were at 6.
Right.
They're definitely over 6. If this is an inversion layer, this could give us 2 advantages. 1, there might be winds coming out of the east, which could help us, and 2, it could be warmer up there than it is right here.
Right.
There's a hole right there.
Yeah, but how far is that hole away?
Well, I'm not sure. This is the biggest hole. I've been watching it since we...
Yeah, but this one's... Yeah, what's...
The biggest hole's right in front of us. I can see it's way up there to the next layer of clouds. And then I actually think we'll be able to make a right turn and get about these.
My goodness, yeah, we just got to go a long ways out of the way to...
But we don't really have a whole lot of choice. How long have we been flying?
15 minutes.
Okay, good. It just seems like an eternity.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about this. I see a nice big hole right here. It's bumpy right here, which means we probably have a little bit of wind shear, which is actually a good thing for us in this situation. What's our temperatures looking like now?
Well, we're up. We're good on our oil temp, because better than we were last night. I mean, we're still cold. We're almost down to 0.
Okay. The other thing is that these clouds might be thicker than what they were calling. We're at 7,700 right now. 8,500 is not going to work, is it?
I don't know.
I'm actually thinking that we're going to like what we're seeing here in about another minute or 2. Okay, we're at 8,500, and I can see that we're going to be able to climb above this. So I'm feeling pretty good about it, and there's nothing out there that I'm seeing. So let's just keep climbing. We can always come back through this hole if we need to. So right now the plan is we're at 8,500. we're going to continue the climb to 9,500 and see what that gets us, because these clouds are supposed to dissipate as we turn to the southwest.
Yeah, so his, whatever he was, the information was just off on the cloud tops.
They weren't off, they were way off. Yeah, he was off by like 2,000 feet.
Because, yeah, GPS altitude, we're at 83.
Was this the third day in a row that Canadian weather stuff has been not wrong, but like
Right.
dead wrong? And I know that they're limited on the stuff that they, on the sensors and stuff they have out here, but good grief, this is significantly different than what they're calling.
What are you wanting to climb to?
Well, to get above these clouds, we can't be skating on the top of them. We still have to maintain cloud clearances. Okay, we're coming up on 10,000 right now, and I can see well ahead of us. What do you feel about just staying up here for now?
We can try it. I've never been this high before.
I mean, we're legal to do it. We'll continue to climb up to 10,500, so it's a VFR altitude. And we meet all the requirements as far as like the stuff we need.
I mean, lane's rated for 12.5,
I know.
but I wouldn't push it.
It's rated for that, but it's also,
I wouldn't want to do it.
It's also a 50-some-year-old airplane.
How far are we away from our 212? So we'll have to do something a little higher than 75 when we get about 100.
Oh, we're at 10,000.
Well, I'll talk. We get 160 miles. I wouldn't.
Oh yeah.
Once we can go down, I was. But
Yeah, as soon as we can go down, we will. And I actually think as we're moving this way, the clouds are going down. But we're gonna climb to 10,500 for now, and we'll go from there.
okay, roughly 2 hours and 42 minutes. Everything goes as planned.
White Horse Radio, Skyhawk 3148 X-ray.
Skyhawk November 3148 X-ray, White Horse Radio.
Yes, ma'am. I'd like to update our flight plan to show 10,500. We just wanted to climb above these clouds and maintain a little bit more of a clearance. If you don't mind updating that, we'd appreciate it.
Roger, we'll go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
After we got above the clouds, it became apparent that this may not have been the greatest idea. The entire time we were flying over these clouds, all I could think about was the terrain underneath them and what would happen if we needed to make an emergency descent. If I had to do it over again, we probably would have just turned around and went back to Watson Lake. But hindsight's always 20/20, isn't it?
All right, you said we're about 15 minutes from the border?
We're at less than 15 now.
Okay. How many miles are we from the border?
We are about 22 miles.
Okay. As soon as we can dip down,
Yeah.
we'll be fine. It's going to get bumpy over these mountains,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
but the turbulence should not be too bad.
Yes.
Anchorage Alaska 65, we have information X-ray. Alaska 65, Roger.
That's good, we can hear them. Let me try one more time to get the ATIS.
Too far out still.
Alright, carb heat's back off. Alright, here we go. Anchorage Center, Skyhawk 3148 X-ray.
November 5331 Delta, radar contact, 10 miles east of Yankee Alpha Kilo, say altitude. Skyhawk 31 Delta, Yak altimeter 3033. November 5 Yankee X-ray, Yak altimeter 3033. Alaska 49, contact Anchorage approach 126.4.
We're busy.
Should I try again to get the...
November 5 Yankee X-ray, Yak altimeter 3033.
Sure, they don't think that's you.
Alaska 7006 is altitude on a 4.5 for 340. Alaska 7006, Anchorage Center, radar contact 5 miles east of Juneau Airport.
Position check for Alaska 7006.
You're 47 miles from Juneau. Sorry.
Anchorage Center, Skyhawk 3148 X-ray. 52 miles to the northeast of Juneau. 10,500. Like to pick up flight following into Juneau. Negative ATIS.
All right, pop up VFR flight following on 33-9er. That's broken unreadable. Try 133.2 or 3217.
33.2 or 3217 for 3148 X-ray.
Delta 121, change.
Anchorage Center, Skyhawk 3148 X-ray. It's going to be bumpy here for a while. Oh, that is some beautiful terrain though. Look at that. All right, so we're about to cross the border. We're supposed to have two-way with ATC before we do that, but quite frankly, I'm more concerned about getting in right now. Probably shouldn't have taken quite so big of a risk, but At this point, I think it'd be more of a risk to turn back and go back where we came from. Anchorage Center, Skyhawk 3148 X-ray.
And aircraft trying to pop up for IFR or VFR clearance on 33-9er, that's broken unreadable.
Broken unreadable. Okay. Alright, tell you what, I'm going to give you the controls for a bit. Your controls.
My controls.
Your controls. Just let that carb heat run for a second and then turn it back off. I'm
Okay.
going to find a frequency here.
Now we can pick up the ATIS now.
We can?
Well, nope, it just kicked in. Never kicks in that far out.
That's okay. It's because these mountains is why we're not picking it up.
Yeah, it was a VFR guy at 10,500. He was looking for a flight following to Juneau.
Okay, I don't know his position, but if he's still on frequency, if you let him know, that was just, I could barely hear anything. It was just tell him that, and then the closer he gets to Juneau, 118.7.
Okay, I'll see if I can get him. Hey, VFR aircraft at 10,500 going, looking for a flight following to Juneau. You guys up?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine, and we can hear center just fine as well. We're 44 miles to the northeast, mostly east, 10,500. We're just going into Juneau, negative ATIS.
Okay, we'll let him know. Alright, center Alaska, 65. That aircraft is 44 miles to the northeast of Juneau, 10,500. And I guess they can hear you fine, but obviously you can't hear them.
Okay, Alaska 65, yeah, I got him on ADSB now. Tell November 3148 X-ray to squawk 1156.
And November 3148 X-ray, if you can hear us, squawk 1156.
1156 for 314 X-ray.
He copies.
And Alaska 65.
Oh, going the wrong way.
At above 7,000, cleared on a Mike 8 approach. Thank you.
Punter at or above 7,000, cleared our nav. Mike, runway 8 approach, Alaska 65.
Okay, he's trying to find us now. We have a squawk with center, so, and this weather's breaking up like it was supposed to. I feel way better.
Your controls.
My controls. Thank you.
Okay, roughly 20-30 minutes less. We should be on the ground. That'll be good.
Yeah. As soon as we get clear of this terrain, we can start dipping down too. It's gonna get bumpy for a few minutes. Wow, that's beautiful. I hope these cameras are rolling. That is some awesome footage.
November 3148 X-ray, Anchorage Center, how do you rate?
That's clear for 3148 X-ray, Hummy.
Okay, I got you better there. Juneau altimeter is 3037.
3037 on the altimeter, and we have X-ray now for 3148 X-ray.
48 X-ray, Roger, you just want VFR flight following, right?
Confirm, sir, that works for us. 3148 X-ray.
48 X-ray, Roger.
We're almost across the border.
Are we?
Yeah, almost.
Green Air 260, contact Anchorage Center on 125.7.
Hey, we're warming up outside. We're almost 10 degrees.
Oh, really? Awesome. I mean, this is beautiful and all, but I just don't think it was worth it.
No.
It's stressful.
Yes, it is. That's when you gotta go to the bathroom.
What's it say that terrain is at?
Well, the only thing I'm seeing straight is terrain is around 5436.
Okay. That's obviously just an optical illusion.
Yeah, because I don't see any mountains. Yeah.
Oh, we're finally starting to get good service on the ATIS. It's starting to pop through without squelch.
Okay, we're back in the U.S.
All right, we just crossed the border. Something just feels better over here. Look at that glacier.
Oh,
my
wow.
Lord, that is beautiful. Basically, as soon as we cross this terrain, we'll be diving down towards the ground here.
Okay. Oh, is that the weather one?
Yeah, we're just not going to get it good until we...
With affirmation, Yankee 20530, wind 060, better 5005, 2 points, -12, altimeter 3036, visual approach runway 8.
We're within one there.
Delta 741, contact Yankee approach,
We have Yankee now.
126.4.
What do you think that terrain's at?
Well, it's That one there is about 5,000.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and head
Horizon
down.
2080, contact Anchorage Center 124.05.
I tell you what, let's head down to 7,500 for now. Alright, we'll let them know we're in the descent. And Anchorage Center is Skyhawk 3148 X-ray. We're in the descent from 10,500 to 7,500.
Number 3148 X-ray, roger. And there's no traffic observed between you and the Juneau Airport. And rear service terminated. Contact Juneau Tower 118.7.
118.7 Skyhawk 314 X-ray. Once we clear this terrain, we'll contact them.
Okay.
We just might not ever see something like this again.
Right.
I don't plan on flying over here anymore. Juneau Tower, Skyhawk 3148 X-ray.
Skyline 3148 X-ray, Juneau Tower.
Tower, Skyhawk 3148 X-ray, 15 miles to the northeast, 9,500 descending, looking for a landing with Yankee.
Skywagon 48 X-ray, enter right downwind, runway 8, report.
Right downwind, runway 8, Skyhawk 3148 X-ray. Continue to use some RP here. Let's see what's going to make more sense, going right of this terrain or left of this terrain.
Did you say which 8? You got an 8 and an 8 west.
That's
W,
water.
what's-
That's 8 water.
Water, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, so that was
You
throwing me
confused-
off.
You confused me because I looked at it earlier and I was like,
Okay,
no,
that
there's
makes
only
more
one.
sense.
There's only one.
Guess we could try that, but yeah.
Might not end out too good.
Okay. Makes a little more sense.
Okay, we're headed down. We're gonna pick up some speed. We'll stay out of the yellow for now until we get clear of this terrain. That's gonna make more sense. Left or right of this terrain? I've never been here before.
Well, you're hanging.
Looks like left, doesn't it? Because he wants us to enter a right down one for 08.
You gonna cross over field?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
I see the airport now. It's right there. It's jutting out kind of on this side of the terrain, the left side of the terrain.
Sure. Glad you see it, 'cause I ain't up yet.
Alright, I'm going to keep a somewhat higher power setting to keep our engine warm because it is cold out there.
Hey, we're up to 10 degrees, though. We've only got about 7,000 feet to lose.
What's the altitude there again?
So it's 1,025 is the pattern
Okay, so
altitude.
we'll go to 1100 then. Alright, engine's warm. I've got the carb heat on. We're at 2,000 RPM. We're going to stay at 2,000.
Oh, I see it, man.
Wow, this is unreal. There's the light bumps we were expecting. Let me pull the nose back up because we're getting a little fast there. Yep, there's the bumps. We're in the green, we're fine.
Woohoo, that was...
That was not very exciting, was
Oh, it was not.
I hit my head on the ceiling, I think.
Once again, not when you have to go to the bathroom.
Well, you won't have to go to the bathroom pretty soon.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm sorry. It's just gonna have to be like this.
Worst case, you send your right downwind out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm probably going to have
I mean,
to.
'cause your altitude, yeah.
There's another option too. That's to do this right here. We're in the wide arc. I'm gonna lower just a few flaps here. That'll help us quite a bit.
As long as you watch your speed here now.
Yeah. I'm gonna raise them as we're getting closer.
Oh, there's a big town of Juneau.
I've never been here before.
Nope.
Actually, you know what we might do? We might go ahead and lower all of them for now. That way I could use some power too to keep us warm. But we'll raise them back up here in just a second. I want to keep power on right now. I'm trying to keep this engine warmer because we're going from 10,500 to basically sea level. I see some mountain goats off to the side. You see them off to the right?
Oh, sure. Yes.
You're not going to see them on the video, but there's the 8 water runway beside
Yes,
it.
it is.
I'll start raising these back up a little bit. Alright, flaps are up. We're cleared to go speed up just a little bit.
Cessna 4 X-ray, runway 8, clear to land, wind 06 at 8.
Runway 8, clear to land, 314 X-ray. Oh. I'm going to cut towards the runway because that engine's running rough. This is not normal. This engine is running really rough for some reason. And we might have a little bit of icing, but I'm doing this on purpose just because this engine is running rough and I want to make the runway. I think we just had a little bit of icing in there. I have the carb heat on. Okay, we're definitely going to make the runway now.
Oh, do we have to? We got to call custom?
Yeah, we'll do it when we get on the
Okay.
ground.
Or him there waiting on us. That's
Yeah.
good.
They shouldn't be.
What it is.
That's the Ford X-ray, turn left at Charlie, contact ground point 9er.
Left on Charlie, ground point 9er, through on Ford X-ray. Okay, so the next airfield we're going to is Yakutat, and that's going to be P-A-Y-A.
Oh, we're not going straight there, right?
Yeah, we're going to make a slight jaunt out and go to the water first and then shoot up the coast. But I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's enter a right downwind for a departure to the east. So you're basically going to, make it downwind there.
12, altimeter 3035. Visual approach runway 8 and use east flow. Use caution for increased bird activity in the vicinity of Juneau Airport. Advise initial contact. You have Zulu.
Zulu. Juneau Ground, Skyhawk 3148 X-ray, parked aero services with Zulu, looking for VFR to the west.
Hawk 3148 X-ray, Juneau Ground, runway 8 at Charlie, taxi via Bravo 2 Alpha.
8 at Charlie, Bravo 2 Alpha Charlie, 314 X-ray. Does that make sense?
Oh, going here in Bravo 2.
Yep, make a left turn, and then right on Charlie, and we're going to take an intersection.
Check your brakes, Rook. That's the only thing that does both those.
I got it. Yeah, we're good.
Okay, here on Bravo 2. And right on
Stupid Apple Pencil quit working. Right when I was trying to take notes. Yep, here's Bravo 2.
and right on Alpha?
There'll be a left on Alpha.
Left on Alpha.
So this is the movement area. We're fine. She already gave us the clearance.
Okay.
Juneau Ground, Alaska 65, information Zulu clearance on request, ready to copy. Alaska 65, Juneau Ground, clear to Anchorage
I have
Airport.
to go behind him, huh?
Departure,
Yep,
Lottie transition, then is filed. Climb via the SID, except maintain flight level 340, departure frequency 133.9er, squawk 2235. Alaska 65, clear to the Anchorage Airport from the Juneau Airport via the Chilkat 2 Lottie transition, then is filed. Climb via the SID, except maintain flight level 340, Anchorage Center 133.9, squawk 2235. Alaska 65, read back correct.
No, he can't.
Cessna 5034 Hotel at Charlie for East Hanger.
You have roughly 7,000 feet of runway in front of you
Juneau
here.
Ground, taxi to parking via Alpha Delta 1.
So basically climb straight ahead for a few minutes. She may give us some kind of clearance. Just
Okay.
hold here. Juneau Tower, Scott, 314 X-ray, holding short 08 at Charlie in sequence, ready for departure.
Cessna 3148 X-ray, Juneau Tower, runway 8 at Charlie, clear for takeoff.
8 at Charlie, clear for takeoff, Skyhawk 3148 X-ray. Looking good. Tires looking good. Well, the pressure's in the green.
Airspeed's coming live.
At Tower, Skyhawk 3148 X-ray, request exit to the west on a right downwind.
Cessna 48 X-ray, proceed as requested.
Skyhawk 3148 X-ray.
Cessna 48 X-ray, do you hear those boys coming back, coming from Yakutat?
Negative, sir, I didn't hear him.
Roger, they're coming from Yakutat. They came across the ice, 75 and up 55. I can't remember. It was above 7,500, and they said it's pretty nice up that way.
Awesome, thank you guys. We're going to stay below that. We're going to stay somewhere around 4,500 for 48 X-ray.
Roger. As you cut the corner there, be aware of the winds around Fairweather and up there on the on that front range on the coast.
Okay, sounds good. We'll do 314 X-ray. Did you hear those guys?
No, I guess
They said that the weather's looking great. Just stay below 7,500.
I heard somebody. I couldn't hear him that good because my ears are clogged up too. Oh,
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, it was.
Once we get out of these mountains, it shouldn't do that. And tower, Skyhawk 3148 X-ray. We're going to go ahead and switch those advisory frequencies and we're clear of your airspace to the west.
Delta 48 X-ray, Roger. You guys have a good flight.
Thank you, and I appreciate your help.
Hey, anytime.
As we head up to Yakutat, we're treated to some of the best scenery I've ever seen from an airplane.
All right, let's grab the weather over at Yakutat.
5 Zulu. Wind 050 at 09er. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 04 Celsius. Dew point -13 Celsius. Altimeter 3031. Remarks. Density altitude -1,600. Thunderstorm. Information not available.
Well, that's good.
Yakutat Airport. Automated weather observation 2346 Zulu. Wind.
Okay, so it looks like we're going to be landing 02 over at Yakutat. We'll get some fuel and then we'll head on to Valdez. That was painful. Alright, so there'll be right patterns for runway 2. Elevation's 40 feet, so we'll
1,040, yeah, I looked it up.
yeah,
Yeah,
so 1,040.
yeah, so I'm just going to aim towards 29 and I'll enter the right downwind.
Yeah, sounds good. And then, yeah, they have that giant displaced threshold on that runway for some reason. Guess we'll see why here in just a few minutes. Alright, 23.6 is in. Oh my. I see the runway up there, you see it? I see this one going that way anyways. It's like a fist length that way, and then the runway's going like that. That's the one we're not landing on.
Right, yeah. Yeah,
Might be hard to see.
yeah, I can't see it yet.
This is some different terrain right here than
Right.
what we've been seeing. Yakutat traffic, Skyhawk 3148 X-ray, 10 miles to the southeast, 2000, inbound for 02, Yakutat.
This thing going into Yakutat, where'd you start from?
I started from Juneau for 3148 X-ray.
Weather looking good down there?
Yeah, it's looking pretty good. There's some, there's a little bit of clouds and stuff, probably about 7,000 feet or so. And there's maybe a little bit of icing up above that, and a few bumps along the way, but overall it's pretty good.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to be passing over Yakutat, pretty high, 12.5, and heading for Ketchikan. I'm going to stay right here, going to have some tailwinds. So thank you very much.
No problem. 12.5 should be good. Those layers were kind of thin, and they were just kind of some puffies with a little bit of precipitation in them. Nothing serious.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
He's going down to Ketchikan.
Oh, he's going to Ketchikan. Well, tell him say hi to Justin. No.
I almost said it, but he's going to be like, who's that?
Of course, he might be flying a lot bigger plane, too.
Well, he's in 12,500, so most likely.
Oh, he's already in a plane?
Yeah.
I'm guessing this don't have a lot of buildings at it.
No, it doesn't.
That was the best landing, huh? 02?
Yeah, 02. Winds are 005. 050.
Yeah, okay, I'm looking here at the water here.
He'll have a slight right to left crossing.
Yep.
Juneau radio, state 1 Yakutat.
I don't know what that means.
Juneau radio, good.
No time, I'll be on 1129 for infection, please.
Roger, no mission.
Okay, that's some...
calling Juneau radio, so call again, please.
November 4697, Quebec.
Are they here or somewhere else?
They're here.
Oh.
November 4697, Quebec, Juneau radio, go ahead.
Yes, for Ketchikan from here, 25.
Seatbelt, fuel selection on both.
Current weather and forecast for Ketchikan.
Yakutat traffic, Skyhawk 3148 X-ray, right downwind 02, Yakutat.
Nice bright sunshine.
I know.
Yeah, I see the... Yeah, you can see that, though.
Yeah, you can actually see it.
Kind of weird being over here out in the water.
I know. That's pretty neat, though.
Yakutat traffic, Skyhawk 314 X-ray, right base for 02. Yakutat.
This is really neat.
Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, there I see all the yellow chevron lines.
I don't land on those.
Yakutat traffic, Skyhawk 314 X-ray, base to final, 02. Yakutat. And the white birds, I'm a little high, but we'll get that.
Yeah, that's looking good.
Those snow geese, or?
That's what they look like.
Get a little straighter.
There's some monster birds right there.
Well, this is kind of more what we're used to. Well,
I know. This runway's a little bit narrower.
Well, and the...
That's probably 75 feet wide. Oh, actually, it's wider than you think. It's got lots of stripes on it.
Oh, dropped right there.
Yep, a little bit of weird bend down here.
A little crooked, but we're down.
Made it. All right, we're here at Yakutat. Let's go get some fuel and head on to Valdez before the sun sets. Hopefully we can get there before the sun sets. Maybe not. It'll still be daylight, though.
As you can probably tell, the weather is beautiful here in the town of Yakutat, Alaska. The temperature here is 39 degrees Fahrenheit today, but apparently that's warm enough for shorts here for the locals. I won't make fun of this guy though, because he did bring us cookies for buying his fuel at $11 a gallon. And with our bellies full of the most expensive cookies I've ever eaten, we embark on the last leg of today's flight. And I personally think that this next leg is some of the most beautiful scenery I've ever seen from an airplane.
Valdez. This one's going to be exciting. Does not look like this is a place to go into, but we're about to find out. Which one of these is the weather?
It's on there. We're just waiting for it to pop on. It should come on.
Turn the squelch off here. Okay, let me try that. We'll go ahead and give, who is this, Juno Radio?
Yes.
Juno Radio, Skyhawk 3148 X-ray.
Number 3148 X-ray, Juno Radio, go ahead.
Yes, sir, we're about 28 nautical miles to the southeast of Valdez, 6,500. I was looking for some information on the airport there, looking for landing.
November 3148 X-ray, Juno Radio, roger. What information are you looking for?
I was looking for traffic and winds for now, if you don't mind.
November 3148 X-ray, unable to give you a airport advisory for Valdez. However, I don't have a CTAF in the area, but my flight service frequency is there. I haven't heard anything. The last special observation that I have from 0232 Zulu, wind 120 at 19er, visibility 10.
Sky clear below 2000, temperature 2, dew point -15, altimeter 3045.
3045. Roger, I really appreciate your help.
November 3148 X-ray, no problem, and pilot reports appreciated.
120 at 19. So we're going to have a pretty decent crosswind. Landing runway 6, and this is our weather still.
Yeah. Got to break over something to pick it on free.
8.8. Say again.
But just have to break over something here to get it up.
Yeah.
Which way did you say you're landing?
Well, we'll probably have to land.
9. There's a
06, right?
Okay, this one. I thought you said 9. That's what.
Well, I think he said 120 at 9er is the winds.
Taking forever to get there.
I know, and yeah, it is.
Where you
we'll
want?
We'll come left a little bit more. I think it's our. Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, we're still.
That looks better. Yeah, we go around that one and then we come over bumpy.
Well, yeah, but at least the winds have died down some.
Yeah, they have. Oh, I say that. Maybe it's right in there.
I don't know how it could. I mean, we're still. You're aiming right straight toward it right now.
Well, not towards the airport. That's something.
Oh, that's the
else.
wrong one. Yeah. So it is back.
Yeah.
But we're 23 miles away still. I think it's going to be on the other side of these with the snow caps here.
Surely not.
Well, ain't going to be this little arm. What'd you just put in there?
I'm switching it back to give him a pirate.
Yeah, it's not this arm, so it's got to be on the other side of this top here. Because we're fixing to come up on this little leg that comes in here.
Oh, I see. We can cut through there if we need to.
Yeah, we can.
So I see what's happening. We can cut through here. You see that? My line is drawn with that cut through.
Yeah, let's see what the profile
and
is.
And that terrain is at 50-something hundred, or we're almost at 7,000 now. Okay, so we'll cut through here. We're above that terrain. It's deceiving. It doesn't look like we are, but we are. It looks like that terrain is co-altitude, but we're literally, almost 2,000 feet above it. No, we're over 2,000. We're 2,700 feet above it. Juno Radio, Skyhawk 3148 X-ray Pirate.
Skyhawk 3148 X-ray, Juno Radio, go ahead.
Yes, sir. We're 20 miles to the south, southeast of Valdez, 6,500. We're showing light to moderate turbulence up here and slight haze, probably 20 miles visibility or more.
Number 3148 X-ray, Juno Radio, roger. And part of that special observation that I gave you was there was peak wind at was 080 at 31. That was observed at 0214, and it says there was a wind shift at 0212.
Say where the wind shift was again, if you would.
The wind shift was approximately half an hour ago.
Roger, thank you. That helps. That's actually better for us. All right, we're staying out of the yellow. This little bit of turbulence we got here. This is taking forever.
But yeah, because...
It's got to be in this valley.
No, we're way away.
They're showing we're 16 miles away. We don't even see it yet.
Right.
It's got to be in that, after that last white peak up there. And actually, we may be able to cut over after we get a little bit closer. It's going to have to kind of dive down. What's the altitude there?
1128 your pattern altitude.
1128?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think after, yeah.
It won't be over this one we're fixing
No,
it.
it's not over this one, but I think so. See how this one after the little single one kind of goes like this? I'm thinking it's over here in this valley. According to ForeFlight, we're out of the yellow arc, we're fine. According to ForeFlight, we can cut over now and we'd be safe. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. Guess when we peek over the top here and see what's over there.
Yeah. Okay, we're
starting to come in.
Yes.
Yep.
1-0. Sky conditions clear. Temperature 02 Celsius. -15 Celsius. Altimeter 3045.
3045.
We're almost.
I think we're there.
We are.
1100 on the pattern altitude. So we're going to have to do something similar to Juneau unless we swing
Yeah, we
around.
probably just should have came from out there at the...
We really should have. If I had to do it over again, I would have came around, but like, I didn't know. Based on ForeFlight, I see the runway. Good. You see it?
Yeah. There's something down there where it's runway or the...
That's definitely it.
Well, unless you go ahead and cut back to your left.
Well,
Well, that's what you're doing anyway.
I was actually going to make a downwind, but
I
that's
would.
actually smarter. Yeah, let's just do that. Now we'll just enter a straight in for that runway.
Or pretty... You're at almost 7,000 feet.
Valdez traffic, Skyhawk 3148 X-ray, 12 miles to the southeast, 6,500, entering a straight in for 06, Valdez. Yeah, that would have been a lot safer to go that way. You know, we're pretty new at this. What's that VFR reporting point? Jackson Notch.
Condition. Temperature 0.
Jackson Notch. Okay. We'll call that point when we get over it. All right, we're headed down just a little bit here. We're at 6,500. I'm just going to start a slow descent. Everything's looking good over here. I'm slowly richening the mixture.
Just we never did switch tanks, or did you already switch it back?
We're on both right now. Everything's looking good. Okay, I see the rabbits. That's comforting. We're going to get some bumps over this, though. This is unreal. I never thought I'd be flying in anything like this. I totally forgot to call the FBO. Hopefully there's tie-down space out here. Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to come here at night.
Oh.
You would have definitely wanted to come through that.
Oh, yeah.
Valdez traffic, Skyhawk 3148 X-ray, Jackson Notch, entering a straight in for 06. Valdez. Alright, seatbelts are on, fuel selector valves on both. Mixture's still coming in, just because I'm trying to richen it slowly. Carb heat's already on, landing and taxi lights on. Remind me to richen the mixture before we land, but it should be fine. I'm just slowly pushing it in. 3,000 feet. Got 2,000 loose, get down to pattern altitude. Pull that power back a little bit more. Yeah, winds are definitely out of the north here. Northeast. Oh, rough. We're gonna expect some rough winds down here. The AWOS was calling pretty benign, no gusts, but Valdez traffic, Skyhawk 314 X-ray, 3 mile final 06, Valdez. Alright, there's the wide arc. 1, 2, 3. Mixture is full rich now. We're starting our descent. Got white over white, we're high. Thick notch of flaps. A little bit of a wind shear there. Alright, full flaps coming in. We're full flaps, 70 knots, high. We're getting down. The winds are just beating us up, aren't they?
They are.
Valdez traffic, Skyhawk 314 X-ray, 2 mile final, 06, Valdez. Don't you wish you had this landing? Hope that wind calms down there. It's rough. There's a little bit of wind shear. I know we're high, but I don't like it when it sinks like that. I carry a little speed. I'm catching some gusts here. I land at 70. Well, it's nice down here.
That used to be.
A little bit of a balloon there. Oh my goodness. That was way smoother than I thought it was going to be after all that fighting all the way down. Yeah, we're here on the ground at Valdez, and good grief, it's been a long day.
After 6 hours of flight time, we secure the plane and get ready to head back to our hotel. All right, we made it on the ground here at Valdez, Alaska.
Say, is that the guy who did the coffee plantation?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe that's Valdez. Never mind.
Oh, maybe. Anyways, we finally made it here, and we get a real bed and a real shower tonight, so we're stoked about that. And then headed home tomorrow. After a short taxi ride, we arrive at the hotel where a real treasure awaits. Pizza never tasted so good in my entire life. Fortunately for you, we have one leg left in this journey before we make it home to Palmer, Alaska. Will we make it there? Find out in the next episode of Adventure Men.